Good morning and welcome to a panel of utility commissioners and staff of the Public Utilities Regulatory Authority here today for the regular meeting held by remote access on Wednesday, November 24th, 2021 at 10 a.m. My name is Chairman Marissa Gillette and I'm joined virtually today by my colleagues, the Vice Chairman Jack Bukowski and Commissioner Michael Karen. We have a regular calendar and a consent calendar in front of us today. There is one item on today's regular calendar, docket number 06-1207 RE09. It was originally the application of Liberty Power Holdings LLC for an electric supplier license. The docket was reopened for an audit of their marketing. I will present the decision for the authority's consideration today. Pursuant to provisions of the Connecticut General Statutes, Section 16-41, 16245, 16245O, and 16245U, the Public Utilities Regulatory Authority issued a notice of violation and assessment of civil penalty against Liberty Power.
Recording in progress.
That NOV was issued on September 15th of this year. In that NOV, the authority ordered Liberty to return standard service, to return to standard service the customers enrolled through third-party verification method conducted by a company known as Calibris TPV Company. Among other things, including that the authority, if the NOV was to go final, would suspend Liberty's electric supplier license for 5 years, thereby returning customers to standard service as well. A summary of the violations follows. The record demonstrated that Liberty's marketing practices violated several of the provisions of the Connecticut General Statutes, including 16-245C, 16-245O, subsection H1, 16-245S, as well as the marketing standards adopted by the authority earlier this year. Specifically, the marketing standards were violated by the company not following the proper third-party verification procedures as detailed in the notice of violation. Further, the telesales scripts that were used during these marketing calls did not follow the marketing standards as duly adopted by the authority. And the evidence in the record also indicated that the company did not properly monitor nor train its agents in accordance with those marketing standards and applicable provisions. As such, after the authority held a hearing to which Liberty was entitled, that hearing was held on November 1st, as well as an opportunity for the company to provide a brief, which has been reviewed in this matter. The authority is proposing to move forward with finalization of the NOV, as a result of which Liberty will receive a suspension of its license for 5 years, as well as a requirement to return those customers to standard service. The notice of violation presents additional detail regarding the ruling I just described and the applicable penalties and evidence supporting those findings. As such, I would recommend adoption of the NOV to the authority.
Move adoption, Madam Chairman.
Second.
Thank you. The item has been regularly moved and seconded. If there are no questions or comments, I would ask Mr. Bumpin to take the roll, please.
Chairman Gillette?
Yes.
Vice Chairman Bukowski?
Yes.
Commissioner Karen?
Yes.
Thank you. The item has been adopted. That concludes our regular calendar, so we'll move next to our consent calendar. Is there a motion?
Madam Chairman, I move adoption of today's consent calendar, items 1 through 6.
I will second that.
Thank you. The consent calendar has been regularly moved and seconded. If there are no questions or comments, Mr. Bumpin, could you please take the roll?
Chairman Gillette?
Yes.
Vice Chairman Bukowski?
Yes.
Commissioner Karen?
Yes.
Thank you. The consent calendar has been adopted. That brings us to the end of today's regular meeting agenda. We will adjourn and reconvene next Wednesday, December 1st at 10 a.m., also by remote teleconference. Gentlemen, any closing remarks?
Like to wish everyone a very, very happy Thanksgiving, particularly our staff, and be safe and enjoy the holiday weekend.
I would echo those comments.
Same. Happy Thanksgiving all. We are adjourned.